we are very interested in what the Hilltop Youth are doing. We see them as a very strong movement of young, faithful youth that are going to carry forth the banner for Am Israel. And to do it, we have a motto, Israel to her biblical borders, no retreat. And we see in these youth, Baruch Hashem and Be'ezrat Hashem, with the help of God, we see in these youth that torch going forth. And so we would just like for you, if you would, kindly to explain to us and to our audience, you'll have Christians and Jews in your audience, maybe some Muslims, would like to explain what your activities are and how you are establishing homesteads in biblical Yehuda and Shomron, the so-called West Bank.
Okay, so I'm glad to have you here in Kedumim. This hill was called once Elon Moreh, and it is actually the first Jewish place. They don't like the term
Homestead.
Homestead is a good word.
Yes. In modern Zionism, with a Jewish revival, with Jewish return to the birthplace of the Jewish nation, you are sitting now on the very spot where it was renewed 34 years ago.
Amen.
You are lucky.
Yes, blessed.
This is very fortunate.
Our audience is
Until
from
1975, there was no
Jewish presence in
Samaria,
Right.
not at all. This is the first Jewish settlement that was established in 1975.
On this hill. Now, you probably saw the trees all around, huge trees. The most the most penetrating, deep sensation that I carry with me from the first days here is the fact that there was no sound of birds on this hill because there was no tree, no bush, no flower, nothing. And I remember very well that I was so much terrified by it. I thought maybe it is an omen from God that we didn't come to the right place, because revival has to do with happy sounds, with sounds of life. I don't know if many people who live with me here know what visited my mind most. It was to see that the torch that we were carrying, and we really came here with a feeling that we are carrying a torch, bearing it from one generation to the other. But how could I be sure that there will be someone to take it from my hands and to continue?
Prayer.
Prayer.
Faith. And zeal.
And zeal.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'll tell you now,
wherewithal.
And now I can tell you as a mother and a grandma that it also has to do with a decision to speak about it, to teach it, to mean it, not to be ashamed that this is your wish, your dream, your will.
Right from the heart and soul.
Right from the heart, and you mean it. And I told not only our own children, but also the people that were growing on these hills, I was telling them that we are in the time of redemption, where according to our elders, according to the sages, we know that the number one goal is to hold hard to the holy soil of Israel.
Amen.
And this is what we told them. And it became like so obvious for the growing generation that this is the number one obligation, duty.
Today you're seeing the fruits. And how many Hilltop youth would you say that you have that are carrying on that are carrying on that torch of truth and light and zeal for your biblical inheritance?
I'll tell you. One thing I can tell you, I'm sure of, that God is very much with you. I'll tell you why. Because you are asking me this question at the hottest day of the year as far as this issue is concerned.
That's true.
I'm telling you, it's a mysterious thing.
Baruch Hashem.
Baruch Hashem. Because I remember 2 years ago, the head of the police in Judea and Samaria came to my office and he said to me, I came here to catch the hilltop boys and to put an end to this violent movement. I said to myself, I said, okay, arrest me, and 2 boys with me. And I said to myself, I'm so glad that this is so tall and so self-confident. I'm so glad, I said to myself, I'm so glad that he doesn't know what he's talking about. He thinks he can do like this and put an end to it. It is not a few. And it's not a few tens, it's a whole new generation that is growing on these hills.
Now, that's wonderful.
Every Sunday there is a government session. So they spoke the whole day about the hilltop boys and girls.
Very popular.
Very popular. And it was like putting a show for you. You take you don't need me. Take the material from the TV. You have it all. And they said, how can we stop it? How did it grow under our eye? Does it cover only the very young ones? Is it between 12 and 14? Or maybe 14 to 17? Does it include the rabbis? The rabbis who support it? The rabbis who do not oppose to it? Those who say this and those who say that? A week ago, there was an interview with the aide of Ehud Barak, the Minister of Defense, his aide for the settlement. He said that there are 300,000. Not only he said, this is the fact. 300,000 settlers
in Judea and
Samaria. Now there was a strong left-wing member of Knesset, Chaim Oron, on the same interview. Meretz, and he said, while you're speaking about taking down a few illegal settlements, I want you to know that if you don't take down 110 illegal settlements, you didn't do anything. So I said to myself, God, I remember the time when there weren't 110 people in the entire Judea and Samaria. Now he's not speaking about the legal settlements and the cities and Ma'ale Adumim and Ariel. He's speaking about the hilltop boys' illegal settlements, 110? In an official interview with the official aide. And now this is the punchline. So today, what did they decide? They were so furious with the few hilltop boys and girls that they said they cut all budget to all illegal settlements. Bravo, bravo, bravo. Now I'm not alone. It's not tens and not thousands. So the immediate reaction was of the Yesha Council, with which I'm in terrible opposition. They said, how come you cut the budget? There are so many settlements. This is impossible. And this is the moment I was waiting for. For years, I wanted to prove that it's not an issue of just a few here and a few there. It's a whole new generation. It's not just the second, it's the third. In some cases, it's the fourth generation here that wouldn't go like people did in Gush Katif. It's not a few hilltop boys and girls. It's not like this. It's a crucial moment when they say, why didn't we stop it before? And you cannot stop it now.
Amen.